stage. Joining us now is the Chief Whip of the ANC, Mr. Khumalo. Maybe say your fleeting reaction to the entrance.
The first thing is that we're very happy to get presented to the people. Particularly as we started by giving the thought back to the people that prior. In other words, the last test, but we're particularly happy that the 4 areas that politically have polarized and been addressed, defeating COVID itself, economic recovery of the province itself, building social compacts, and also building a capable state. To that extent, we are happy with the rollout program around vaccination, and we want to call on the people of this province to participate in the vaccination process, because amongst the only way to defeat COVID itself is through vaccination. We are happy with the rollout program as presented by the Premier. And we want to also thank the Premier with the poverty relief projects or relief funds that have been put in place to help many of our people who find themselves in poverty situation. But also as it relates to the issue of the economic recovery, we are more impressed with the special economic zones that will be taking place in Sidileng, in the West End, and also in Tshwane. But we are particularly more happy with progress that has been made thus far in the special economic zone of Tshwane. More interesting is the fact that S7Es coming from the townships are going to be the major beneficiary of the billions that the Premier has announced. On the social compact, we are happy with the infrastructure rollout. Particularly, it might be related to COVID as it is, but if you look at it, Gauteng has built new hospitals, be it the Jubilee, be it the one in the West End, and others that will be taking place in Sidileng and so on. After this COVID, when COVID is defeated finally, these infrastructure initiatives that are there in the communities are going to help the province to extend healthcare to many of our people who really need it. On building a capable state, we are happy with the fact that we will be building, the previous committee on building an ethical, honest and developmental state. We think that is very important to us, particularly in the line of corruption that is associated with the PPEs and all of those kind of things. Building an ethical and honest state is important to us. The actions that he said they're going to be taking to all of those who are found in this wrong side of the law. But we want to say to the people of this province, we must not look at everything that is related to roll out of PPEs as being corrupt. There are many good stories to be told there. Many of our health workers have got their own PPEs on a daily basis. That's why they're in the forefront of fighting COVID. Yes, many of them have lost life, but there are many whose life have been protected out of the rollout of the PPEs. It will be wrong for us to suggest that everything else that has happened around PPEs and fighting COVID, it's corrupt in a sense. There are things that are far away from corruption that are benefiting our people. So all in all, we're very happy, and we are passing a vote of confidence to the Premier and his cabinet. Let me repeat, a vote of no confidence to the Premier and his cabinet for the good work that they've done, particularly under the difficult conditions that we found ourselves in. We want to say, let's continue to build a social compact between government, different sectors, be it universities and so on, and in particular the people of this particular province to defeat our number one enemy as we're standing here, which is the COVID itself.
And how do you deal with the issue of trust? The Premier said corruption has really dented the gains that have been made in terms of the very bold response that we've seen. But how do you ensure that the trust deficit is dealt with?
Trust deficit cannot only be related to corruption. I think we'll be making a mistake. Trust deficit also goes with the commitments that you are making. The first thing that we should be addressing is that all the commitments that we've made to the people of this province must be realized. We think that's very important. But the second point is that, yes, we are saying everything else that we are doing in this province must be intended to bring back the trust deficit that we suffer from. It's a fact, as the African National Congress has accepted. Many of our people in this province have turned their back on us because of the issue of trust deficit resulting from corruption itself. What we are saying is that in order to regain that, everything else, all the commitment we've made to the people of this province, we must address them in order to doing that, we believe that we will win the trust.
All right, so thanks so much for your time.